all the games happened on Monday night. The first game is between the Lakers. Well, Lakers got destroyed by the New York Knicks. 111-96. What else can you do? Julius Randle is too good. For the Lakers, LeBron and AD, they are both 2 and 3 weeks away from coming back. So in the meantime, guys like Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma, they're worth rostering. Montrezl Harrell is a drop at this point. Drummond coming in playing 25 minutes, and Montrezl Harrell going back to play 15. And Marc Gasol is, I believe, out of the lineup completely. Just interesting to see. Drummond took only 3 shots, 1 steal, 1 block, 10 rebound, and only 3 points. That's okay. You don't really get Drummond for his scoring. You just want him to get more defensive stats and want to see his minutes go up. I don't know. There's only 25 minutes without AD and LeBron, so for the rest of the season, you could just kind of expect Andre Drummond not to play 30, 35 minutes. I don't think. Kyle Kuzma did not have the best game. We know that. Dennis Schroeder, 6 assists, 3 rebounds is okay. A lot of turnovers, great efficiency in this game, but none of those guys look that exciting. Taylor Horton Tucker could be exciting. Could put up big stats. Only 22 minutes, 10 points and a steal. Not a must roster guy. None of them are. Marc Gasol only played 5 minutes. The Lakers rotation is all over the place, and there's nobody. Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder, both guys are now great fantasy players, and with the usage boost, they don't really put up monster lines like a lot of other guys. For the New York Knicks, Julius Randle, great. Revenge game, 30 minutes, 34 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Great efficiency, and 7 turnovers a bit high. Nerlens Noel, my man, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 9 rebounds. This is what Nerlens Noel can do. He's a must roster guy. Blocking shots at blocking over 2 blocks a game. In the last month, let's see, where's Noel at? 51st ranked player, playing 25 minutes, only averaging 5 points, 7 rebounds, but 1.3 steals, 2.4 blocks. On 60% shooting, a must roster guy. If he pounding points and threes, he's basically a god. You have to roster him, obviously, everywhere. RJ did not have the best game, 2 steals and a block. In category leagues, the efficiency is always rough, but in points league, he's okay. Elfrid Payton got 27 minutes, scored 20 points and nothing else. Elfrid Payton, Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Emmanuel Quickly, none of them is must roster. And I honestly wouldn't even stream any of them. This Knicks team basically now, only 2 guys, Julius Randle, Nerlens Noel. RJ is not a must roster. So not a lot of, I would say fantasy values on this team at this point. In the beginning without D-Rose coming in, there's some guards like Payton, Emmanuel Quickly worth streaming sometimes, but now it's with D-Rose coming in, everybody loses a little bit minutes. The next game, the Philadelphia Sixers, they just keep winning. What else can they do? Joel Embiid come back. Nets without Harden, they're struggling quite a little bit. 6-4 their last 10. Well, 7-3 actually. So they're still playing well. Just the Sixers, 1 game ahead of them. So I believe it'll be a battle. Danny Green, I believe he should still be a hold. It's just they blow out teams so often that the guy doesn't get to play 35 minutes. Before he left, he got 1 block, 2 threes. He's been playing really, really well in the last month, mainly because the defensive stats. Right, Danny. 33rd ranked player actually in the last month, averaging 1.3 steals and 1.1 blocks. 3.5 threes making. So he had a really good month. I would still say a hold. Obviously, Joel Embiid getting hurt helped his minutes a little bit. Tobias Harris, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal and 2 blocks. Okay game from Tobias. You don't see him, shooting 36% that often from the field. Joel Embiid, great, 36 points, only 7 rebounds, but great efficiency everywhere. 1 steal. He did this in 25 minutes. Continues to be great. Top 5 guy per game basis. The only problem with him is his health. Seth Curry hit 2 threes, and Ben Simmons continued to disappoint. If you drafted this guy, like I said, if he pounding free throws, I don't even know. He's like a top 50 guy. I don't even. Just the counting sack is almost non-existent lately. Played 24 minutes. Obviously, it's a blowout. Shake Milton, okay game, and Matisse Thybulle. played 23 minutes and 2 steals and blocks. This is what he give you. Could be a defensive streamer. But it's tough to roster him full time because a lot of the times, if the game was close, he would be like he would get like 17, 18 minutes a lot of the times. For the Dallas Mavericks, Josh Richardson, okay game. Dorian Finney-Smith grabbed 11 rebound and a steal, and hit 2 threes. Okay game overall. And this game, Porzingis is out. Maxi Kleber started, only played 14 minutes. They went small a lot of the time. I guess Mavericks is okay with Dorian Finney-Smith playing at the center. Jalen Brunson started, played 30 minutes, had an okay game, 15 points. And Luka, the efficiency looked really, really good. 10 for 11 from the free throw line. He really needed that. 4 rebound, 4 assists, and a steal and a block, 32 points. Great line overall, but Luka, without Porzingis, just got destroyed by the Sixers. And nobody on this Mavericks team is worth rostering. There's just so many guys better out there. Okay, actually Boban played 7 minutes. I guess the game was such a blowout. JJ Redick played 13 minutes. The minutes for the bench guys are all over the place, and even if you play 25 minutes, none of them is that good of a fantasy guy. For the next game, the San Antonio Spurs beating the Orlando Magic. Easy win for them, DeRozan. And I've been saying that teams if they're like the 8th seed, like 5 games out of the playoff from the 8th seed, they're gonna miss the playoff. But I just realized they have a playing until for the 10th seed. That doesn't really seem fair to me because, for example, for the Eastern Conference, the 10th seed is at the moment is Chicago Bulls. They are 5 games out of the 8th seed, so it wasn't really close. Like last year, they did a 9th seed. I guess that's okay if they're somewhat close. And for the Western Conference, Warriors only 2 games out, so that's somewhat close. So Spurs are in that area. Spurs are 9th seed, 1 game behind the 8th seed, and 1 game ahead of the 10th seed. So all those teams could potentially have a play-in. But for the Eastern Conference, for the Chicago Bulls, they are 5 games out from the 8th seed. So if the Knicks end up being the 8th seed and not make the playoffs because the play-in, that would definitely suck. For this game, the Spurs, DeRozan had a great game. Keldon Johnson is not a must-roster guy, although he put up 11 rebounds this game. Looked really good. 11 rebounds, but at this point, he's only a rebound streamer. But I think there's just way better options for rebound streamers out there. Jacob Poeltl, 6 rebounds, a steal and a block. Okay game, great efficiency. The minutes is pretty low across the board because it's a blowout. Derek White, no defensive stats, 4 assists. Took 14 shots. Continues to, somewhat disappoint. In the last month, he's a top 80 guy, but you just want to see him go off. He almost had a 5 steal, 5 block game the other, last month. This year, 85th ranked player. Sorry, this month, 85th ranked player, and shooting only 40%. All season, he hasn't been shooting the ball well at all. And 0.8 steals and 3.2 assists is a bit low. Maybe he can get 4 assists and one steal at least. When all those things happen, if he shoots the ball a little bit better, it's a top 50 guy. Dejounte Murray did not shoot the ball well, but 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal, 70 points, looks good. For the Orlando Magic, Wendell Carter Jr. is a must-roster guy, we know that. 15 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Ever since he got onto the Magic, Wendell, 128th ranked player in the last month. But he definitely has room to improve, averaging 0.7 steals and 0.8 blocks. If he can improve that and improve his field goal, 52%, it could be a top 90 guy, I think. Maybe top 80, I don't know. Worth rostering, in my opinion. And maybe another reason is on the Magic team, there's really nobody. Like, his role is so secure that nobody's going to take any minutes away. Only himself in foul trouble. Like, this game, he had 5 fouls. Okeke played, I think he was out, came back and played 26 minutes. He's another guy on the Magic team, maybe worth rostering. Although this game he did not put the best stat. The last month, 113th ranked player. Just pretty efficient guy overall. But counting stats wise, doesn't look that impressive, to be honest. but the efficiency is pretty good. Shooting, I guess 46% is not that great. 88% from the free throw line on only 1.2 attempts. So I would say he's not a must roster. He doesn't get that many defensive stats, and he doesn't get assists or rebound on high volume. So I don't know. I don't think he's a must roster guy. Dwayne Bacon, Jimmy Anderson, none of them are. Michael Carter-Williams continues to start. Had 3 steals. That looks pretty good. You could stream him for some defensive stats and some rebound and assists as a point guard. But I believe Cole Anthony should be the pickup. At some point, he's going to start. This game, I don't know if Cole Anthony has that big of an upside. I think, let's check my camera real quick. Even given 30 minutes, he's still a rookie. He doesn't get that many steals. The only thing he give you, he could realistically average like over 5 assists, and that's about it. Everything else is really average. RJ Hampton played 26 minutes, had 16 points and 8 rebounds. At this point, RJ Hampton hasn't really been impressive either. So there's really nobody on the Magic team. Wendell Carter Jr. is a must roster, and everybody else you could stream them. And Terrence Ross, what is going on? Only took 4 shots. If he has not a bad game like this, I think it will be a drop. He wasn't putting up crazy numbers anyways. He's a guy that could go off, have 30 points in one night, but the peripheral stats, he doesn't really get those. Get some steals. The next game, the Bulls losing to the Grizzlies, but that's okay. As long as they hold the 10th seed, they can be in the playing tournament. They say Patrick Williams continues to get some decent defensive stats, 2 steals and nothing else. Not a must roster guy. 30 Xiang. Oh boy, this guy played 20 minutes, took 15 shots, second most on the team, took more shots than Zach LaVine in 20 minutes. 20 points, but nothing else. He's still a hold to me. The minutes is all over the place, but he's still a hold. Vucevic struggled from the field against Valanciunas, I suppose. 17 points and rebound, 5 steals and a block, a monster game from Vucevic. Great. Had 3 threes as well. Zach LaVine, after scoring, I believe he scored like 53 points last week. Cool off quite a bit. 9 assists is really nice. Getting the 2 blocks is also really, really good, but just not getting the defense, not getting the steals. In the last month, 87th ranked player, averaging 0.3 steals. That's a big problem. 25 points should be fine. I think with Vucevic around, he's gonna lose some usage. Even when he popped off for 53 points, 48 points or something, he's still only averaging 25 points for the month. So I don't think he's gonna be a top 20 guy the rest of the way. Maybe top 30, top 35, depending on his efficiency and the steal numbers. If he's only gonna average 0.3 steals, I don't know if maybe just a top 50 guy at best case scenario. Got to get those steals, right? Satoransky, 1 steal, 2 assists, not a must roster. Like Kobe White got more minutes than him. None of those guys, if the minutes distribution is gonna look like this, none of them is a must roster, right? So yeah, but that has always been the case. Daniel Theis had a pretty good game, 18 points, but nothing else. Great efficiency. I wouldn't go and grab him. And if you still have Lauren Markin on your team or Kobe White, it's time to drop them both. I don't hate the idea of streaming them. Kobe White is still getting 25 minutes sometimes, but Lauren Markkinen's minutes is just being super, super low. Troy Brown Jr. got his 25 minutes, grabbed 8 rebounds, nothing else. For the Grizzlies, Dillon Brooks ignored the field goal. 1 3, 17 points, a steal, and 7 rebounds is okay. No turnovers. If he pounded field goal, he's a guy definitely worth rostering. Kyle Anderson, what is going on? He's a must roster at this point. At this moment, he's just getting so many defensive stats. It is crazy. JJJ's got to be back eventually. But what? We have 15 games. What's the point? Kyle Anderson in the last month, 46 ranked player, averaging 1.6 steals and 0.9 blocks. Honestly, he could do that. Like, there's nothing he's doing at the moment. I say, hey, he can't do it. Very few turnovers as well. Just a great guy. If you're punting, 11 points is okay. Like, you don't have to punt points. 12 points, 5 rebound, even 5.56 rebound, even for 3.8 assists. Just really, really good. If he gets 28 minutes a night, the way he's playing right now, it's a must roster. Same thing with Valanciunas, so strong. 26 points, had 3 blocks this game. Had 3 blocks. Yeah, this is a major issue with him this season is he's only averaging 0.3, like 0.7, 0.8 blocks as a big guy. 20th ranked player in the last month. After this game, the last month averaged 0.8 blocks, but just want to see average at least 1 block. But top 20 is obviously he won't be that. But another great game for him. Like I said, after the All-Star break, he's being a beast. Ja Morant had 10 assists. Everything else is bad. This guy, if you can trade him 2-for-1s for any top 50 guy, I would do it. He's not even ranked out inside of 200. He's basically one category guy. Like 16, 17 points is okay, but not that impressive. 16, 17 points. The assist is his only category. He takes no threes. Efficiency-wise, hasn't been great. I don't think from the free throw line and from the field. No defensive stats. A lot of turnovers. He has been, in real life too, I guess, has been overrated by a lot of guys. He has flashy dunks, and every once in a while he would go for 40, but he hasn't been good at all. Brandon Clark had played 21 minutes off the bench. Not a master roster guy. Right now, Kyle Anderson is the guy you want to own. Playing way more minutes than Brandon Clark at the moment. And I believe when JJJ comes back, he's going to take some minutes away from Kyle Anderson. He has to. But maybe Kyle Anderson can still find himself playing 25 minutes. I don't know. Who knows what Coach Jenkins is going to do with this roster, with this rotation. The next game, the Pelicans beating the Kings. The big news here is Richaun Holmes left the game. That's a really big blow. He was playing super, super well. 22nd ranked player, despite playing this game, putting up no stat, right? Was a top 20 guy before this game. Hamstring issues, man. I don't know. Could be out for a week. This really sucks because can you drop him? I don't know. If this is a playoffs, can you drop him? Because he could realistically miss the rest of the week, right? And he won't get a out tag until then. I think he's going to be out for a week, I think, honestly. Hamstring, very, very tricky. But with him out, maybe Whiteside is the guy we want to take a look. Although he only played 3 minutes. This game, the majority of the minutes, they even play guys like Damian Jones. They went small, right, with Richaun Holmes getting hurt. Harrison Barnes, I think, going to get more minutes. Played 42 minutes, a must-roster guy. This game, 3 steals and a block, 11 rebounds. Just really, really good. 3 threes. Harkless, he's been getting a lot of minutes. If you need some defensive stats, Harkless can give you. He can give you a 1-1-1, a 1-1-1. Can even maybe give you 1-3. Although, like, 1-3 in today's NBA doesn't really matter that much. But I think you can stream this guy for sure. If they have a back-to-back, 3 games in 4 days, Harkless is the guy you want to stream. Tyrese Halliburton, 12 points, 6 assists, and a still okay game. He has been pretty disappointing. I thought he's gonna have the more playing time he gets, 100 ranked player in the last month. Efficiency wise is okay, but counting stats wise, pretty disappointing. Just want to see him do more. Only 1.6 threes. He was starting and then he's coming off the bench. That messes up with I don't know, chemistry with the team, that kind of stuff. So hopefully he can pick it up. He has the potential to be a top 50, 60 guy, as we see earlier from the end of the season. De'Aaron Fox went off 43 points, but he probably lost you free throw this week. 8 for 15 from the free throw line, unless you're playing a team that's punting free throws. 50% shooting, 43 points, really, really good. What else can you say about this guy? And Delon Wright. At this point, he could be a steal streamer, getting so many steals, 4 steals here, only in 23 minutes. For the New Orleans Pelicans, they got the win. They actually have a chance to be in the playing tournament. They're only 1 game behind the Warriors. Kings will be tough. They're 4 games behind the Warriors, but the Pelicans are only 1 game, and Zion Williamson has been just a beast. Number 1 PR guy in the league, entire league, 30 points. Again, 4 for 8 from the free throw is pretty bad. 62% shooting is great. 1 block, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, continues to be a monster. In the last month. But with this guy, since the free throw is so bad, 27th ranked player, 72% free throw shooting on 10 attempts, that really hurts your free throw, but averaged 30 points last month. on 63% shooting. Really, really good stuff. Brandon Ingram also had one of his best games in a while. In the last month, he was hurt, 69th ranked player. 25 points is fine. It's just, 0.7 steals and 0.4 blocks. The defensive stats is almost non-existent. The counting stat look fine to me. This game obviously great. Had a 1 steal and 2 blocks. Against the Kings, I guess you get some, they give out a lot of steals and blocks. They play fast-paced. So I could see that Steven Adams grabbed 16 rebounds. Like I said, he could be a rebound streamer. Just be careful his free throws. Eric Bledsoe, had 2 steals this game. That's great. But even with him playing such high minutes, yeah, he's ranked outside of 200. Is he a must roster? Depend on what you need. If you need some a little bit guard stats, sure, I wouldn't hate it. But he's not really giving us all that much. So I don't think he's a must roster guy. James Johnson with Brandon Ingram coming back, only 15 minutes. So if you were streaming him, you could drop him after this game. The next game, oh boy, the Wizards. Yes, let's talk about the Wizards. They could still make the playoffs. They are 2 games behind the Bulls, so that makes things a bit interesting. The Cavaliers are 3 games. So we got how many games? The Wizards played 53 games so far. So they had 19 games, 2 games behind. That's realistic. If they're 5 and 6 games behind, sure. So basically, I think it's a 3-team race. The Bulls, the Raptors, the Wizards. Who knows what the Bulls gonna do? The Bulls actually their last 10 games they're 3 and 7. The Wizards are 5 and 5. I mean, Bradley Beal was in and out of the lineup. So this is a really huge win for the Wizards. Russell Westbrook, I don't know. If you traded this guy, if you got this guy for peanuts earlier this season, great. He's probably, I don't know, maybe he's winning you the league. If you're pounding free throws and turnovers, for sure he's winning you the league. He hasn't missed a game for so long. And another 14 rebound and 14 assist game. Last 2 weeks, he's been average close to 14 rebound and 14 assists. Every time I look over, 14 rebound, 14 assists. Obviously, he can give you the 20 points and some defensive stats, 1 steal over here, and actually only 3 turnovers and great efficiency everywhere. So really, really good from Russell Westbrook. And Bradley Beal played. 4 for 7 from the free throw line is bad, but 34 points is okay. To hit 2 threes. Bradley Beal has fallen off quite a bit. Mainly because, he's hurt, and other than scoring, the other stuff he hasn't really given us all that much. Rui Hachimura played 30 minutes, and we know, unless this guy played 35, he's not a must roster. And Davis Bertans got his 26 minutes. If you need some threes, if you want to stream threes, Davis Bertans is the guy. Wizards could be realistically making a late season push. They're only 2 games away from the Bulls. And Daniel Gafford, look at that. 18 minutes, 6 for 8. He's a really, really good field goal guy, really, really good blocks guy. So he could be a streamer. 15 points, great. I mean, he hurt his shoulder again. Just a lot of injuries, can't catch a break. Feels bad for this guy. But good win for the Wizards. For the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell took 32 shots, my man, and 12 free throws. The usage is insane for this man. 42 points. Okay, he's been really, really good in the last month or so. 12th ranked player, averaging 30 points. Even 1.1 steals. That's really good. Efficiency is okay across the board. Really, really good. I mean, in the beginning of the season, he wasn't getting the steals. He wasn't getting the efficiency was pretty rough. And now I'm pretty sure 1.1 steals, I'm okay with that. Beginners he was averaging 1.7, 0.8. That's no good. But as a team, right, Jazz only got 2 steals. I don't know what's going on. Mike Conley did not play. Joe Ingles started. Also played okay. 1 block, 6 assists. Whenever Mike Conley is out, you have to stream Joe Ingles. And with the way he's been playing, you have to roster him, I believe. And also Jordan Clarkson is out. So you gotta grab Joe Ingles for the next few games. Bogdanovic also went off. 33 points against a bad Wizards team. I think offensively, it's a good game for him to get back on track. 6 threes, but not a must roster guy. Royce O'Neal grabbed 12 rebound and a block. If you're pounding points, sure. You can grab him. Rudy Gobert, no defensive stats. That's disappointing against a bad Wizards team. You would think he would get a lot of block shots, but no, 12 rebounds and only a pretty rough game for Rudy Gobert. The next game, yes, the Denver Nuggets losing to the Warriors. Denver dropped a few games. This game, the storyline is Curry dropping 53 points. But Michael Porter Jr. has been insanely good. Where is he? In the last month, only 40th ranked. I think he's Otto Porter Jr. 2.0. Except he scores a bit more. He doesn't get the defensive. He doesn't get as many steals. Like Otto Porter in his prime, he's a top 20 guy in category leagues. But we got Michael Porter Jr. He could realistically do that as well. I think he hits more threes. Michael Porter Jr. hits more threes. Efficiency-wise, both are great. Michael Porter Jr. hits more threes, grab more rebound, but I think Otto Porter Jr. get way more steals. Like getting 1.6, 1.7. That's why he's a top 20 guy. Michael Porter Jr. could be a top 30 guy. I think their fantasy game quite similar, but Michael Porter Jr. get more points and threes. In the last month, only hitting 2.3 threes. I would think he will hit more, but 21 points. No assists like Otto Porter Jr. and very, very low turnovers. So similar to two Porters, very similar game. Aaron Gordon only 23 minutes. Is he still a must roster? I don't know. He popped off a few games. The minutes is low for him. Had 3 personal fouls. I don't know if some early foul trouble, but Monty Morris, took some of the minutes away. But Jamal Murray is gonna be out. He hurt himself. So Aaron Gordon, maybe you hold on to him. Jamal Murray, wow, the last month he's a 9th ranked player. Really, really good in the last month, averaging 1.8 steals mainly. He had 3 steals this game, 3 steals in a block. The defensive stats, just like Donovan, I thought those 2 guys not gonna get that many steals, so they won't be top 50 guys. But they just turned it around, like that, averaging 1.8 steals in the last month. Great stuff. Jokic 27. What else can you say? Continues to be the number 1 guy in fantasy. So consistent, don't miss any games. So you have to grab this one, number 1. Guys like AD, Harden on the Nets, it would be hard. But guys like AD, they're gonna be in and out of the game. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard, Curry. Although Curry didn't miss that many games, but so far, in his career, Jokic has not missed that many games. Cat used to be an Iron Man as well, but the last 2 seasons had a lot of injuries. Will Barton only took 6 shots, a steal, 2 assists. I think he's still a hold, getting consistent 32 minutes. So you got to hold on to both of them. For the Warriors, Curry 53 points, but only took 24 shots. Crazy efficiency, 50 for 16 from the free throw line, hit 10 threes. What else can you say? And when he goes off like this, don't expect him to give us a lot of peripheral stats. That's okay, just take it. 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Really, really good. Kent Bazemore getting 35 minutes. He's a defensive streamer. He can do a bit of everything else, but mainly for his defense. We could grab him. Draymond Green also went off, 7 for 8. They played at Denver, who should be an okay defensive team, but this game they all went off. I guess with Kelly Oubre Jr. not playing, Warriors are playing much better. I hate to say it. I don't know. It's just a very small sample size, but with Kent Bazemore playing 35 minutes, the Warriors are playing much, much better. I don't know what else to say. Andrew Wiggins also had 17 points, 2 steals and a block, only 1 rebound and 1 assist. But everybody played well, and Warriors play well in a very small sample size without Kelly Oubre Jr. and without James Wiseman. James Wiseman is a bad fantasy guy because he takes a lot of outside shots. So as a center, his field goal is bad. He doesn't grab that many rebounds and he doesn't block that many shots. And he's pretty much out for season. So yeah, maybe with this lineup, with those 2 guys out of the way, maybe Warriors a better team. Who knows? Yeah, Kevon Looney got 31 minutes. If he plays 30 plus minutes, he's a pickup. I think can give you some defensive stats and rebound. But I'll keep my eyes on the Warriors if Kevon Looney can get 30 plus minutes consistently. The next game, Rockets made it competitive, 126-129, losing to the Phoenix Suns. John Wall played. Interesting, John Wall started at the shooting guard, and Michael Porter Jr. went off against Phoenix Suns. That's surprising. This is why we like Michael Porter Jr. We know the efficiency is rough, but there's just so much usage on this team. You know, the last month he's ranked outside of 200 because the efficiency is so bad for him. But this game, 14 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Great efficiency, really, really good game for Kevin Porter Jr. John Wall, not so much. I mean, why is he still playing? I don't know why. I don't know what the Rockets is doing. I don't know why he's still doing it. Christian Wood finally had a great game. 25 points, but the blocks is still low. I don't know. 2 steals is good. 15 rebound, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He's been pretty disappointing. Like after the ankle injury, maybe that's bothering a little bit. But I think for the next season, you still want to grab this guy. I don't know, top 30, top 40, depending on how good his free throw is. Like if he's shooting 60% on high volume, that really hurts his value. He could be a top 20 guy. Like honestly, if the free throw is easy 20-10 and hits maybe 2 threes and 1.5 blocks, that's top 20 guy right there. Like a mini Porzingis, a mini Karl Anthony Towns. But now that Cat is a better free throw shooter, obviously, and Cat gets assists now. Cat is a top 5 guy. Kelly Olynyk continues a must roster guy, 16 points, 8 rebounds, and he's getting 30 minutes every night. So a must roster. Jason Tatum, in 21 minutes, went off 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 shooting a block. Good game from Jason Tatum. And Kenyon Martin Jr. got his 24 minutes. This guy also gets a lot of defensive stats, especially blocks. So if he can get 25 minutes, we'll see. If he can get 25 minutes, I would stream him for sure. At least stream for him. For the Phoenix Suns, they got the win. Mikal Bridges, finally the 3 steals are coming in. He has just no defensive stats, man. But as bad as he played, like I said, he's 67th ranked player in the last month. 1.4 steals, that's actually great. 0.8 blocks. Just those 2 categories alone makes him a must roster. Hit some threes, but he hasn't been shooting the ball well in the last. Shooting the threes well, only making 1.4 threes. He should be making 2 threes easy on this Phoenix Suns team, but did not have another night. Did not have the best shooting. Jay Crowder went off 8 for 12 on the 3-point line. He's a streamer. We know that can hit some threes. DeAndre Ayton has been playing better and better. This game even got 3 steals. 31st ranked player. That's more like it. That's what we want to see. But still kind of passive. 16 points, but on 66% shooting. No threes, 10 rebound. If you're punting rebound and assist, if you got a big man build, he's okay. He's not the worst. He's not the worst. Devin Booker, 24 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebound and a block. Okay game from Booker. 7 assists is good, and Chris Paul continues to just 10 assists and 2 steals. Who cares about 9 points? Just overall really, really good. 0 turnovers from Chris Paul. A point guard for sure. Let's go on to the next game. How many games we got? Oh, that's it for all the games. The Timberwolves game and the Nets game postponed. We don't know when they're going to be playing. So, if you're on fantasy playoff, that's, what else going to do? That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.